This is a first up close look at the 2025 Peterbilt 589. I wonder if this is considered a 2024 model, most likely. This is a legendary brown, not sure of the secondary color on the Seminole paint job. This is a 72-inch, what I would consider a high roof. Peterbilt technically considers a mid roof. Again, this is the first look at the model 589. Yesterday was the big model reveal. Today is the ride and drive. I may have snuck in with the press. Don't tell anybody. Again, this is a brand new model, Peterbilt 589, replacing the 389. Legendary is the key term for this truck that Peterbilt is using. This is a 72-inch, what I would call a high roof. For those of you that have been doing it long enough, this is what we consider a 63-inch. But Peterbilt is proud that they announced all sleeper configurations that were available on the 389 are going to be available on the 589. And it does show that there is an 80-inch sleeper option as well. You're going to see a lot of familiar things from the 579, 567 with some different style changes, like this wood grain is a little bit different. In terms of the dash layout, very similar to the 579, 567. You have a nice kind of brushed aluminum, kind of stainless steel look here on the steering wheel, as well as this dash panel. The wood grain is a little bit different, but in terms of switches, AC layout, cup holders, everything like that is similar. Even the way the manual transmission is laid out is similar to what you'd find on a 567. This tray right here, definitely same as what's on the 579, 567 on the legendary model. It's got a really cool kind of rectangular mesh grille look to it. Love the rear back window that you get on the 72-inch high roof option. Interesting to note that the fridge cover is a different color than the upper cabinet right here. Again, if you're familiar with the 579, 567 sleeper layout, this is all going to be very familiar to you. That tray slides out. That is a huge option to have, much more functional than the business center that's on the 389 in my opinion. Definitely some benefits to having the wider cab. It's about 6 inches wider than the legacy cab that's found on the 389. And that is the new best view in trucking. Love that we've got our conventional Peterbilt wing. Just point that wing on the horizon, keep on trucking. Do love that this is still an all aluminum hood and it's secured with, that's right, Peterbilt huck bolts. Those are not hen robs like the sleeper is secured with. It's an all aluminum hood. Again, the only Class 8 truck in the industry that uses an all aluminum hood, and I love that we secured that classic design with the huck bolts going down the side for a timeless look. Love that we can get the Seminole paint job still. Would love if we were able to find a way to customize a split front windshield as opposed to the one piece. The one piece is quieter, it's more aerodynamic, it gives you a better view of the road and the horizon, but it does not have that characteristic timeless style of the split window on the 389. Obviously probably going to be a little bit more expensive to replace as opposed to those flat pieces on the split window, but hey, maybe we can come up with a way to customize that. There's our first look at the Peterbilt 589. Not too shabby, shall I say, legendary. So we just got out of the initial drive in this Peterbilt 589 72-inch high roof. Again, a great feature that's carried over from the 389 is you do get the full-size door on the driver's side. One thing that I was really worried about that I didn't think was going to carry over on the 389, On the 579 and 567, this driver's side exhaust pipe is aesthetic only, so it's just for display, and it cuts off about right here. But this is a true Y pipe. Let's see if we can get in there. But there's a look, it's a true Y pipe. Also, you'll notice that this is not a 5-inch pipe right here, that's a 7-inch. It tapers back into what looks like a 5 and then tapers back out, so it gives the look of a straight pipe all the way throughout. One thing that you'll notice, this rectangular grill mesh, that's a nod back to the heritage of the 389, 379. The 379 is gonna have this rectangular grill mesh on it, and they carried that through on this 589. I thought we were gonna get 13-inch breathers on this cab because of the wider cab, but Peterbilt's very proud that they were able to fit a 15-inch premium stainless steel polished breather on there. You can see the rectangular grille continued through on this exhaust fairing. And again, the rectangular grille mesh on the front grille. Beautiful monarch butterfly flying off. We'll take that as a good omen. You do still have the 3 stainless steel vertical bars on there as well. You can see this one has been equipped for the optional winter front, so it's nice that that's another option on here as well. One thing I want to point out, I really like on these chrome fender trim pieces, they've integrated the daytime running light right there. I think that's a really cool integration. A lot of people are asking for their 389s to be spec'd without daytime running lights, and I think with that option to have the daytime running light integrated in that chrome fender trim piece, I think that's a really cool feature. So it's not gonna have your headlights on. People are thinking, hey man, turn your headlights off, you're driving during the day. It's truly a daytime running light right there. So that's a really cool feature that I like on this truck a lot. Really fortunate that it's not a scorching hot day. It's a little bit overcast and we're getting a light sprinkle. It's a shame we're not really seeing the sparkle of this legendary brown paint. I'm assuming that's a legendary champagne as the accent color. I'll check the VIN and see if I can't find that out and notate that in the comments. Don't have pricing yet for these new 589s. Should see that here in the next couple months. If you did not watch the reveal, Jason Skook did announce that the first 589 production 589 models are going to be numbered sequentially in the order that they are built. So similar to the 389X, to where they are numbered units, the first 589 of this new 589 model are going to be numbered sequentially with a plate on the passenger side of the dash, just like on the 389X or the custom built for nameplates. I think that's a really cool idea. Again, if this is the compromise that we have to live with, not too shabby. Like they said, legendary. And here's a look at the brand new Peterbilt 589. This has got what they are calling their 80-inch sleeper. So if you're familiar with the 579, 567, 80-inch discrete sleeper, this has that same sleeper on here. This is at the Peterbilt 589 Ride and Drive. It's a very fortunate May day here in Fort Worth, Texas. It's not scorching hot. We're overcasting a little bit of sprinkles, but the drawback is we're not really getting to see how awesome this legendary red paint is. Again, this is the brand new Peterbilt 589 with the 80-inch discrete sleeper. Love the rectangular grille mesh. The nod back to the heritage of the Peterbilt 379 that's seen throughout on the grille, the breathers. I'm sure we'll see some chopped ones of those in the future. And the exhaust fairing right there. Got some minor celebrities in the trucking world, checking out the trucks right now, trying to be courteous and let them film as well. We're all here for the same thing, and plenty of room to go around. Awesome truck from what I've seen so far. Got the opportunity to take the 72-inch high roof around for a spin. Thoroughly impressed with how it handles. Another feature that I'm thoroughly impressed with that I tried showing earlier that I'll get a better shot of is just the exhaust. We were really concerned that it was going to be a dummy pipe on the driver's side, whereas you can see it's a true white pipe, no cosmetic or aesthetic, only exhaust pipe. Also, a really cool feature that I think they learned from the 389X package is that they were able to do a 7-inch pipe here on this elbow, still have a chrome finish on it. And then a really trick way that they got that 7-inch pipe is you've got to taper what looks like into a 5-inch behind the fairing, and then tapers back out for the exhaust tip. So it gives it not quite a straight pipe look, but at least a 7-inch throughout on the visible parts of the exhaust. So great job there, Peterbilt. Was wondering what the weight was going to do to this truck. This is again a 80-inch sleeper. Came in weighing 18,228 pounds as the stamped weight. Very interesting that they've got this notated as a 567. Obviously this is early production, but still a 589. Just badged as a 567. I'm sure the actual production units will say 589 on there. Again, if you're familiar with the 579, 567 interior, this is going to feel like home, with a few differences with this brushed aluminum look on the steering wheel and on the dash. Love this tray for your passenger that we've had on the next generation cab for a while. There's your 80-inch sleeper in the back. Love the Peterbilt emblem. We've got some people that are wanting to hop in here. Love your TV mount. So I'm going to wrap this up very quickly. And of course, the new best view in trucking.
We're recording.
All right. We are in the brand new model 589. Let's try.
You're good.
Round two, we are in the brand new model 589. Those triple seal doors we have seen are a really solid seal. So this is our first recorded drive in the new model 589. This is a brand new truck with literally 500 miles on the ticker. Probably not the first person to sneeze in it, but I'm one of the first. And initial impressions driving the truck, immediately I feel like I'm driving a Pete 100%. And these ride and drives are an awesome event to really check out the truck. We're in a 72-inch high roof. Peterbilt's really pleased that the every size sleeper that's available on the 389 is available on the 589. All right. Fourth gear, like a boss, and it is pulling nice and hard. We're taking this at 20 miles per hour. That's not a hairpin turn. One thing that's great about these ride and drives is we're going to drive these trucks probably a little bit more aggressively than we would out on a normal road, just because this is ideal conditions. Really, so we're in fourth. We can go up into fifth. There we go. That felt nice and smooth. So taking this S-turn at 25, there's very limited body roll. One thing that we love about the next generation cab is we get the single piece curved windshield. Yes, it's not going to have that characteristic 389 split windshield look, but in terms of functionality, I have a way better view of the road. It's quieter, it's more aerodynamic, and I don't have that feeling of I'm driving inside of a tank. I know that when I pull up to the stoplight, I'm not going to have to put my chin on the steering wheel to see the stoplight. Just much better visibility of the road. It's a quieter ride. Just if this is the compromise that we have to make, it's a pretty darn good compromise in my opinion. Well, initial drive, awesome experience, very tight, and gives me that feel of the classic 389 in terms of the looks, but I feel like I can drive this truck all day in terms of the comfort of the larger cab. Check it out. And here comes the Peterbilt 589 Legendary package with a 58-inch flat top sleeper. The Legendary package gets things like the script lettering for the hood emblem, polished steer axle fenders, chrome trim underneath the cab and sleeper. Very similar to the 389X or the Pride in Class if you're familiar with that.